Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Music. Music. Hey, what's going on? Hey, we got a hell of a stream today, baby. I got to make sure that everything is right and tweet this stuff out. You already know what it's about. So I already know there's an echo on the voice. It's supposed to be like that. So calm down. Super cool, calm. What is good? Hey, Sky Delight Potter was good. Little samples going on. Grant, what is going on? Class E beats was good. You smoking? What is going on? Hey. So we getting things together. You already know I'm retweeting this stuff right here. I'm tweeting it out. So if you do have a Twitter, go ahead and retweet the stream. Let everybody know I am going live. So what is good, everybody, man? You already know what time it is. I'm just making sure that everything goes right here in the stream, checking everything, the order of all the stuff here. I see a shout out there. Bufo, what is good? Philly, what's going on? B Juggernauts, what is going on? One Ties, what's good? And Antitrust, what's good? Eric, what's going on? So we got a pretty interesting stream that we're about to have. Hey, I appreciate that. Let me get my stuff in order here. What is good, everybody? So, for those who are going to be watching this on a replay, don't worry about it, because I will have timestamps for this stream and I will not forget. And, you know, if you can only say what's going on and what's happening and all that, and you just tuned in for the fuckery, well, guess what? You're going to get a whole lot of fuckery today. Blazing Film, General Marauder, Drum Master Black, what is going on? God damn, that's a name for you, for that ass. What is the boomer ish you're doing? But yeah, so we got some pretty good stuff on the docket for today. The ducket. I like saying it, ducket. I know CMP will probably be triggered by that, or actually he likes it when I mispronounce words or whatnot, because I am not a scholar like that guy, or MG the Future, or anybody for that matter. I'm 100% somebody that just makes music for a living and does and likes to do live streams and stuff like that. Streams. Super crispy. Well, you know, I mean, I don't know what I would do. The Zell is good. So, you know, as you can see by the title of it, it says Nick Mira versus the old MPC music producer. So he actually had some pretty nice words to say on Twitter, to say the least here, because I've been on that X. So let's go ahead and check that out here. I'm on my Twitter page there. My Twitter handle is over there to the, I believe that will be your bottom left of your screen right there, as I'm at the bottom right. Overexposed too as well. exposed but yeah, you're listening to the sweet sounds of me on the beat or whatever in the background. It's just my beats and stuff like that. I need to put more stuff up, but you know, I do my Twitter thing. I don't take none of this shit seriously, and I still don't. And you know, a message to the youth out there: I don't want you guys to think that, you know, all old people hate you guys, and you know, we're haters or whatever, and you know, all we do is hate on what y'all are doing right now. Actually, I very much sympathize with a lot of the younger cats out here, especially the class of 2020, because I really haven't got to, you ain't get to pop off, live your best life, especially the kids that I help out at my local high school, not too far away from me. You know, I've done a lot of stuff for them this year. They end up winning the state championship in basketball, and I can't be any more prouder. And also, some of them do watch a lot of my live streams and stuff like that. So I don't try to be over turned up and stuff like that, because I know their families, and you know, got pretty good ties with people or whatnot. I see Brian in the chat here. I see Big Willie Beast, what's going on? I see Hansen in the chat. The best MPC is the one you got. Word up. But you know, I'm not here to virtue signal and to overly praise here, but I definitely want to give a historical piece on hip hop and in the MPC and how disrespectful of a comment that is. Though, you know, he just wanted to be that type of person here. I got a lot of tweets here, and you know, I sit here and laugh at a lot of things. I know J.R. Smith, you know, signing with the Lakers or whatnot. You know, somebody had left a pretty juicy, crispy meme there. Talking about J.R. Smith showing up to the Staples Center for the Lakers game. For those who don't know, when they resume with the NBA season, they will be in Orlando, which happens to be the super hot spot for COVID-19, and you know, there's a whole bunch of things going on. But you know, I've been on that ass for about a lot of things. You know, because I've seen a few tutorials about pre-computed effects being the secret sauce, and I'm like, bruh, y'all are running out of ideas. Like that to me just shows that you guys really don't have much to steal anymore, and that's actually a good thing, because now you got to start processing the knowledge from the very behest of your damn DAW, reading the help menu and finding out different things that you can educate people on, instead of just going to somebody's channel that has a lot of views and seeing that, hey, this is popping, this is popular, let me go ahead and steal this content and do that. And you know, that's what kind of throws me off about a lot of what Nick Mira says, because a lot of what Internet Money has done in the past couple of years or so, a lot of their best content was stolen from other content creators, me being one of them at that. But enough of that, and being victimized in situations, or playing the victim. Where was that? I've been talking about COVID-19 and just the conspiracies behind that. Well, the first thing that popped up, of course, would be this right here. Let me see. My trackpad be acting crazy. So, you know, I saw that he had said claps are out, rim shots are in, and I'm just like, really? Like, is that what you call producer tips or whatever? I'm pretty sure it had over 1,000 some likes and stuff like that, and 1,000 retweets, and it's just funny to me. I just think it's hilarious, because at that same point last year, he was talking about how stupid UK drill was, and for those who don't know, a lot of the people that do this UK drill stuff and this type of vibe and stuff like that, they're about things that a lot of your favorite producers that want to create the beats for them, they're not about, or they never been around that shit. And he would be a classic case of somebody that would not be around that, but he wants to produce the music because it's lucrative to him and he's in a better place, which I can understand that from a strategic standpoint. I mean, that makes sense, right? You know, do what's popping. It's just, you know, it's just common sense, right? Use your common sense. I don't have that button. But, you know, I was just pointing out that the fact that he has this, that in the past. And then I was talking about culture vultures and stuff like that, because that is a clear case of culture vultures. And then, of course, you know, MG the Future and Craft Master they predicted such things like that to happen within this year, that a lot of people are going to jump on it when it's already been happening and it's already been the thing. One person I would like to give a shout out to is KSI. For those who don't know, he's a really big YouTuber and a so-called black man himself, that many people don't even know about. And he dropped the album, and the fact that he's using the YouTube platform to actually put out music is phenomenal, and definitely using his base to get what he deserves. But you know, I did this particular meme right here. Actually, a lot of people are very upset about this meme where I say MPC producers be like, and they see the keyboard and mouse and yeah, because MPC producers don't need that. I know somebody was talking about the MPC Touch. Well, you know, I use the keyboard and mouse with my MPC Touch. I'm like, dude, well, you know, some people actually use the standalone device. You know what I mean? And shout out to AKAI, by the way, because they actually get that. Jack Dean had a pretty funny meme that I commented on. So I'm not really just on Twitter just for the fuck of it to shit on people. And then, of course, I dropped a new course or whatever, a free course about how to sidechain, because people ask me that all the time. And then that's when this tweet happens right here, where he says, if you use the MPC in 2020, you're an old head. I don't even think that's the right one. That's not even the right one.
It was at this moment
And yeah, you fucked up big time, because you're not just only just disrespecting me subliminally, which was a smart thing, Nick Mira. If you're watching, it was a very smart thing that you did not tag me in that, because hey, you got the blue check mark. You're verified. You got all these fans. I almost guarantee they're not all real, but you know, you would have really fucked yourself up in that argument. Because again, when I quoted, I said, yet the person that you use in 99% of your internet money video thumbnails is Metro Boomin, which is using the MPC 2000 XL. Yeah, and let's keep it 1000 about another thing as well. A lot of people, a lot of the youth, because when you see somebody, when you're influenced by somebody's sound, which a lot of people are influenced by sound, because let's keep it 1000. Metro Boomin is the Dr. Dre of this time, this era, and that's a quote from CMP. Shout out to CMP there. I'm not gonna take your shit, but yeah, he's your god. He's your god, and you're kind of disrespecting him, or unless you're gonna tell me that Metro Boomin is old now. He's old now to you, so a man that's 26 years old is considered old to you, and I'm pretty sure that's not the case. That is not the case. I'm sure of that. I hope not. Or this guy right here, which uses the MPC from time to time too as well. 28 years old. So that, if that's a boomer to you now, if that's what is considered a boomer category, then y'all gotta do better. But you know, as me being a troll, you know, I came in with real people and not just bot tweets and stuff like that. And I said, if you use FL Studio 11 in 2020, because your god, obviously, and Metro Boomin, your god, you know, the guy that you really want to be, because you want to be in his skin. You want to have all the good things about Metro Boomin, except for the thing that we have to deal with, which is and police brutality is a small point of what we have to deal with a lot. We got to deal with a lot of things within our own community. The police is a problem. I'm not saying that it's not the problem, but one of the things we definitely got to do as so-called black men is we definitely got to fix what is in our community and understand what our culture means. And that's why I give a special shout out to MG the Future. Shout out to MG the Future. People don't like him because he actually is a truth speaker, and he has actually spoke up about and been offended by me before, and I took it with a grain of salt. Well, I didn't take it with a grain of salt at first, but bygones be bygones. What's going on? Destroy the comic. What's going on? Zom City was good. But yeah, so you know, I just thought it was pretty funny because when we start looking at things like from its proper perspective here, I gotta hear my own laugh. That's how I be feeling, man, when I be seeing some of these tweets, man. That's why a lot of you guys see me go so damn hard on Twitter, is because it's just like a lot of this shit is malarkey. And you know, the fan I'm so glad I don't have first of all, I don't want fans. I want people that actually enjoy what I do. We all share the same things that we like. We might not agree on everything, because I don't think everybody that agrees on the exact same thing is very healthy for the masses either, because that in itself is a cult. That's the way I look at it. But what I want you young cats to understand when I go to this right here, because this is very monumental right here, because this is the biggest part of the argument. He's on the MPC, and he actually has Ableton Live open another one. And again, I made a video and I ended up deleting it on accident. And I was explaining why Metro Boomin is using the MPC versus using FL Studio all the damn time. I mean, he's more than accomplished. He's done it all. So why not switch it up and get more inspiration? Because once you start working with the same stuff over and over and over and over again, to the point to where a lot of people's like, man, you got all these plugins, you got all this stuff out here, and you know, man, I'm tired of buying stuff. Because don't buy stuff just because I mean, you know, it's great that y'all do buy stuff and stuff like that, because it does help my channel out, and I try to help you guys out as well by giving away free stuff, even though it's been a really hard year, obviously, for me and for everybody else. Yeah, I'm not getting them stimulus checks like certain people. But Metro Boomin on the MPC. This video blew up, and god damn, it's already at damn, this video has blown the fuck up on Freak's channel. It's almost at a quarter mil. But yeah, see, that's monumental right there that Metro Boomin is switching up to be on the MPC. And the reason why a lot of you young heads, for young heads that are tuned in, the reason why he's jumped on the MPC is because it's different and it inspires him in a different way. And I mean, we'll talk about we'll talk about that in a second here, because you know your guide, the one that y'all always use in y'all thumbnails instead of your own face. Well, y'all use your excuse me for stuttering here. I talk too fast. I need to slow it down. But the reason why they was using that, because nobody would have clicked on their shit if they would have saw Nick Mira way before he started getting the whole entire platinum plaques and all that stuff. And people can consider that hating or whatever the case may be. It's more palatable to use whoever is popping as your muse to your thumbnail. The best thing about making videos on YouTube is that if you have a great thumbnail and a great title, people will click on it. Now it's up to them to stay longer if the content is actually good. And for the most part, and this is no hating at all, obviously people like their content, it blew them up, and versus other ventures and stuff like that. Won't hate on that. Just a packing. But we all know what it's really about, because if I play this, that idea had to come from somewhere. And when you think about that, I mean, that happened in June 2019, even though that beat is way older than that. I think that's a 2018 beat that I did, and I just happened to throw it in a mix there. Mind you, I need to go ahead and do that, start doing DJ mixes and stuff like that. But, you know, just to add to the narrative, to the story, so that people just don't go to this video a little later on, this particular live stream, and just hit the dislike button, and to those who will do the dislike button thing because they don't like the fact that their God is being disrespected or hated on by me, though I'm giving proper context to why I actually get at Nick Mira and many other people that are on YouTube that are misleading a lot of the youth right now, is because they have no respect for history altogether because of the current situation that they're in, and on the top of being able to benefit from that. Now, we can have the whole privilege conversation or whatever, but the reality of it is, if I had that type of privilege, I would use that. So I don't expect somebody to give away their privilege that they have for whatever their gain that they're at right now. That's fair. I think that's fair. The world is cold, but it's fair. Remember that, youngsters. Nobody gives a fuck about you. And to the people, again, to the cats that, you know, are in my mentions right now on Twitter, defending him and defending his honor and stuff like that, I want you to remember this too as well. I want this camera to be on right here. While you're disliking my videos, talking shit, and saying that I'm corny or whack, and you haven't checked out any of my music, I want you to think about this. Very few content creators on this platform give as much attention to people as I do, and the very few people that I do hang around and talk to. Not only that, a lot of the people that, when y'all are hitting that like button and whatnot, let's not say it like, because the reality of it is a lot of it's botting and stuff like that, fake likes. You can pay for your verification and all that shit. All that shit is just, it's no point of being verified on any social media platform these days, except for like YouTube, and they usually try to give it to you. They try to give it to you if you fill out the proper things, and you have people that are impersonating you. That's one reason why you would get a verification. After that, you know, you get like 100K people or 100K whatever, and then they'll give you a verification check just because your channel has reached that. You know what I mean? But when you are, and it's not just for people that are fans of Nick Mira, because I want to, this goes for a lot of people. When you are fans of somebody and they don't pay you no attention, don't respond to you, don't give a shit about you, which a lot of these motherfuckers don't give a shit about you, I want you to think about them versus me, because I have given a whole lot back to the community that many people do not do. And then when you think about how other channels operate, and shout out to Simon Savita, because I see him always interacting with his subscribers to a certain extent, and he's also a really nice person, and he's on his dookie, he's on his shit constantly. He's one of the few people that I think that have blown up that deserves those numbers, no matter how they are acquired. I don't give a shit how they're acquired anyways, because he is tentative to the people that are on his channel, much like how I am tentative to the people on my channel. I don't think of y'all guys as peons. The reason why I do the beginning lectures and videos that are helpful, useful tips that are even game changing for the most part is because I want you guys to change the game. I don't want you guys to be sitting here sitting there now that UK drill is popping. I'm gonna do content on UK drill shit, obviously, because I'm a content creator and I don't want my shit to fade away, but at the same time, I want you guys to realize that once it's done, it's done. You got to find something that identifies with you. Not saying that you should try to be different, because I've seen people say, oh man, I'm on some other shit right now. And they're really on the same shit that has existed beforehand, because they're used to copying other people. Now, let's go ahead and rewind it back to what I was originally talking about when it comes down to the MPC, because when I see such comments like Nick Mira had put on social media, it doesn't really make me mad per se, because I expect this type of tone from somebody that's 18 years old. Mind you, I want to say to a lot of people that say, oh man, well, you're too old to be doing stuff like this. No, I'm not. I talk to a lot of you guys, joke with a lot of you guys, and clowning a lot of you guys because I care. I give a damn. If somebody doesn't talk to you or say anything to you, my dude, they don't give a fuck about you. Please believe it. That's what you really should know. But when you see comments like these, in 2000, you're an old head, and then we go and we see that Metro Boomin is changing the plight of that, because he is, like him or not, he is a trendsetter for this generation. Nonetheless, none of y'all niggas would have gave a fuck about Effectrix. None of y'all niggas would have gave a fuck about Gross Beat if it wasn't for Metro Boomin. Period. Give a fuck what somebody got to say a little later on in the video or in the comment section or whatever. So, really stupid comment, because when we look at, and this just shows the knowledge that a lot of the youth has ignored and needs to have from somebody my age, an old head, gray hairs and all that. The MPC historically was made for rock music, which is another genre that was taken from so-called black people. And people don't like that when somebody is virtue signaling that or talking about that. That's immediate. Oh, whatever, man. We made it better, or we did it and we made it popular and all that stuff. Let's ignore all the other things that makes rock music for what it is. It was invented for rock and roll. It was invented by Roger Lynn, which is a fantastic, well-astonished engineer, and that makes music too as well. And he wanted to make a tool to where it would be easier for somebody that played the guitar, that doesn't have the drummer, they don't have a drummer for the studio session, to be able to sample something in there using the sequencer, and quantize and non-quantize. It didn't matter. It was going to be a tool that was going to define rock music, but it ended up not doing well, despite what a lot of people have put out historically. It didn't do well. It ended up being in pawn shops, sold for low prices because nobody really gave a shit, cared, or anything like that. Hip hop adopted that. The projects adopted it, much like hip hop, like basketball, which is another poverty entertainment thing that's happened. That again, the so-called black man has put in his forefront of his thing in his sphere, which is kind of sad, because when you start looking at hip hop and in general, not even just bringing in the so-called black people, and I say that because black has nothing to do with color. I mean, it has nothing to do with race. It's just a color. And when you put black and white together, you're just talking about the opposites. You can't have black without white. You can't have white without black. That's the reason why that exists altogether, and which causes these massive conflicts inside of the world, even though we have something that's well beyond that right now that exists and that is really fucking up things universally around the world. But when we start to talk about like the MPC and historically how it was in pawn shops with the Emule 12 SP 1200, it was popular because in 86 nobody really gave a shit until hip hop adopted that shit, much like the TR 808, which again was something that was put out for rock music, but it didn't sound rock and roll, and so it got adopted into a lot of electronic music, and it ended up being what it is to this very day. If you ignore massive amounts of history and you do silly stuff, and I expect somebody that I guess is like 18 or so to kind of just dismiss it and be joking, play jokes about that, it really does hurt the purpose of what is going to be the process moving forward from here, because music right now is in a stagnated point to where everybody's playing catch up, everybody's playing copy the next man, and nobody really wants to explore that. It's kind of the reason why I did a live stream not too long ago where I was where, you know, and I'm glad MG and CMP wanted to make a point about output thermal, because I did it no justice in the video, but I know how people operate. They want to use it on 808s. They want to be stuck doing trap music in 2025 for whatever reason, or drill beats in 2025 versus being forward thinkers and being creative. And therefore that video was successful for that point. But that's why I wanted to clarify that on the stream, that you can use distortion to create different things. Like, it's not just about distorting 808s and making distorted basses and stuff like that. Distortion plays a huge role in shaping the very landscape of whatever music that you're using, regardless of you're trying to do, regardless of it being Memphis rap, funk, trap, R&B, whatever the case may be. It's a really strong tool. But, you know, I just really wanted people to understand the schematics behind that situation where Nick Mira wanted to talk shit and talk shit. And I think he made the right move without not tagging me in it, because you have to own this. And then on top of that, you're just giving me more of a platform than I already have right now. And I'm also a person that gives a shit about you guys. You know what I'm saying? I care about the next generation, the generation 4, because if I didn't care, my son wouldn't be in the other room. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I care about starting small from here, and from whatever generation that leads to the next generation within my lineage, it gets bigger, and just giving y'all a good stepping stone that people need to have while you're on this platform and while you're popping. That should be the way you should do it. Bay Area, what's good? James Jr., what is going on? Apex, the original, what is good? Leon 999, what is happening? Like drag rap was to the South. That's a very good point, because drag rap, a record by the Showboys. You've heard it before. If you heard, you know, I know I'm a little bit of a boomer, but if you heard anything from 666, DJ Zerks, DJ Sound, Squeaky, DJ Screw, anything from the South period, Jam Pony Express, that record really lives what modern day music has developed into, and that's kind of the very DNA of Southern hip hop altogether. So I highly recommend, if YouTube does have a video up of the Showboys drag rap, that you go and listen to it, because it has a lot to do with what the current climate is now, even though the current climate doesn't use a lot of that bass is there, but that whole spectrum of that song is the deep roots, the DNA of Southern hip hop, modified by into trap music worldwide, into whatever this shit is that this generation is doing now, which I'm not shitting on you guys, because there are some people that I do like in this generation. Lil Uzi Vert, I have to, you got to give it Lil Uzi Vert some props. I know that would be like, oh man, well, you're cool with TM88, so you're gonna say, well, you know, it is what it is. And TM88 is also somebody that I think is highly underrated when it comes to this generation's inspiration, along with Southside too as well. And you know, just gathering Metro Boomin, Southside, and TM88 and what they have done within the 2015s to this modern day is pretty decent. I mean, there's other people too as well. I think the Baby is dope. I think Lil Baby is dope. You know, it might not be everybody's cup of tea. You know, I can totally understand that. I come from a time of hip hop, pretty strong eras, you know, the 1990s. And I can say that hip hop has historically changed for both better and worse. You know, that's what it is. But you know, this generation, they got some pretty good people that have some type of care. Maybe not the best of music to everybody, but I think that they are doing the best that they can do with what they got. But it has to, the slander of old heads and stuff like that, gotta stop. A lot of you guys gotta start asking a lot of your elders, you know, other things outside of music too as well. But you know, start respecting and looking at people that aren't trying to flex on social media all the goddamn time. Things that you can't have, things that you really want. A lot of you guys want platinum plaques, and you know, a lot of you guys go into these comment sections and spam DMs and stuff like that, trying to get off a loot pack or whatever. And these motherfuckers don't give a shit about you. And when they do give a fuck about you, you get mad when you don't get credited, don't get paid, don't get credited or get paid, or get credited, don't get paid. You get a platinum plaque. And or don't get the respect that you think you deserve. Thank you for the sub. And you don't get the respect that you deserve, but they're actually really doing you a favor. And the fact that they give you 5%, goddamn it, there's 5% that you wouldn't have got on your own, because you're not trying to build your own platform or whatnot. And I highly recommend that people, while we're looking at a second lockdown. And the way the world is right now, you got plenty of time to think about what you're gonna do with your life, and in between that, what you're doing with your while you're sitting up here looking at people cook up on IG and all that stuff and all that, and you really want that IG cook up so you can have people. Thank you for the sub. You should actually look and start your own thing. You know what I'm saying, and make people respect you for what it is, and at the same time share that knowledge. And don't worry about if you know your videos aren't going to be great, they don't have the best of presentations, because there's plenty of people that have way more followers, subscribers, blah blah blah, that don't have great presentations, don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but people enjoy their content. So don't let no fucking excuse like stop you from being somebody. But the slander of the MPC is funny. I just thought it was really funny, because God bless him for being smart enough not to say, Amacree, you're old. Get your MPC out of here, or some dumb shit, because that would open up this particular rabbit hole, which I'm opening up because I'm the small creator. So, Mo said I'm coming out soon. What do you mean by that? Nah, let me stop. 2020 is not the year to be playing like that with little subliminals, huh? But yeah, I just want you guys to understand what it is, because being a two-dimensional thinker and or not even for some people, you know, and that's not, I'm not referring to anybody in the chat or anything like that, because obviously you're tuned in for some reason, even if it's for the controversy. Being, a lot of people are one-dimensional thinkers. They just one-track mind. They want to get places, want to be lit. They want to have a chain and all this stuff, because all this stuff is presented to them in this fashion. But None of that's gonna make you better years down the line. And a lot of that doesn't have anything to do with owning something altogether outside of owning things that won't get superficial things that won't get you anything years down the line when you're quote unquote not hot anymore. And it's not even years down the line anymore. It's weeks, months, a year, 2 years. You're lucky if you get 2 years out of this music business now. Charity boxing match between me and Nick? No, sir. Would not. I would not, for a whole bunch of reasons. It wouldn't. I know it's a joke, but there's just no real reason in that. Bro, MPC Nick Mira gonna have to talk to Zaytoven. Well, Zaytoven's old to what the representation of a boomer is these days. He's old. He's past his 30s. And, regardless of his hits or whatever, and regardless of the multitude of people that have tutorials on very bad tutorials on how his production works, like the respect level isn't what it needs to be for a Zaytoven, not alone somebody like a Dr. Dre or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Yo, if Logan Paul and KSI can get money unboxing, so can you have. Let me suit up real quick. Let me put on the super suit. Put on this microphone here. Let me move this out the way. But yeah, I think a lot of people, I think when it comes down to social media, people are so engulfed in numbers and thinking that if they see somebody that has the most likes, the most followers, subscribers, the most anything, that they're winning. And that's not true. Success is not based on money and numbers. You can be very successful and nobody knows who you are. And nothing of a true testament to that is when I met Richard Define, and then I'm sitting there talking to Steve's of Cymatics, and this is way before I started looking into what Cymatics is really about. By the way, guys, I don't want y'all guys thinking I just talked to them recently, outside of when I called them out for their bullshit with the whole virtue signaling of the Black Lives Matter movement. But yet they're making millions of dollars and claiming that they're making millions of dollars, but they want your money for packs, and that particular pack altogether only had one black life in there. Like what how you drop a Black Lives Matter pack and you only have one black life? What? That is such a hypocrisy. One black life in there. And people were very upset when I called that out originally on Twitter, and the fact that I could see through that, because they didn't even care about hip hop until Gary Vee said something that they could make more money doing that, get more money just making hip hop sample packs and stuff like that. And they took that bait and ran with it. I guess any person with a wee bit of common sense and a story could do that. And it's just like, okay. And that's exactly the reason why I had smoke for Andrew Huang or whatnot. Which, again, these are things that are battles that I need to just stop and allow people to win, because the masses won't understand the real meaning behind it, regardless of what I say, because they're going to think that I'm hating on them. But, let it be what it is. People don't understand that, some people, everything is business. Ain't shit personal. and they're one of those, they are one of those people. One black life, maybe two, I think. Maybe two black people were in that pack. I don't know. But I definitely saw Curtis King's name in that pack when Drew Cymatic was trying to calm the winds and virtue signal to me in a DM. And I was just like, yo, Curtis King just went on my damn live stream and said things about Busy Work Beats not being about the culture. And then he turns around and does a pack with Cymatics. Matter of fact, put Cymatics right in between his discussion and his justification of why Busy Work Beats don't give a fuck. And then went and did the exact same thing Busy Works Beat did. And that just lets me know his character. But, all blessings to him. It is what it is. People are more concerned about money than they are concerned about the likes of people that they say that they give a damn about. And that's why I don't even care for the Black Lives Matter movement altogether. And let me mutter that. So, boom. We're going to continue this conversation. I definitely want to prove points by going into the MPC itself, to the MPC ONE. I just pulled this shit up. And let's see here. There we go. But yeah, Black Lives. Come on, bro. I just think a lot of things. People will say one thing and mean a whole totally different thing. Y'all can still y'all can still hear me. But they'll say a whole bunch of things and don't mean shit. Yeah, the only reason why I didn't sell the MPC ONE. No, McFly Life 2000. He did not say anything about Black Lives Matter. I already know how he feels about that, because his fan base altogether would not like that. I can promise you, the vast majority of them don't give a fuck about a black life, but they do care about appropriating the culture of black people. So it is what it is. But. And once other truths come out, because there are people that are gonna speak their truth about that whole situation over there. Once they speak their truth on that situation, then we're really gonna see what they're about in that regard. And I can't wait. I'm thirsty. I am thirsty. Let's see here. All right, so I haven't used this MPC in a while. I got to get used to having a whole bunch of buttons here, but I got something new here. This is from MXX Audio. Shout out to them. And they got a new key group pack. I hate how this screen shows up sometimes. DJ Georgie Porgy, what is going on? SPRRB, what's good? Get money. Get money. T-Lo, what's good? Georgie Porter said, legend has it, that's not even the Windows copy on Kurt's King's computer. ain't legit. Yeah, I'm starting to see through a lot of people and their bullshit, man. A lot of people talk a lot, but they're not saying shit. Turn that down a little bit. Let's check out that sound. But yeah, this is Sulfur Instruments. I went ahead and bought it. Keep going in the browser here, and let's pull up a drum kit. All right. Some other things, but yeah, I'm still looking at the chat, man, and seeing what y'all say. Like, why is he worried about MPC users? It was a subliminal shot at me. It was a subliminal shot at me. And what was funny is that CMP had quoted Nick Mira, and he when I actually quoted him, I saw CMP quote him, said that Av lives in your head. And then somebody, because a lot of these people that follow Nick Mira are one of those are people that don't understand that Nick Mira does not give a simple fuck about them. That he that they said, oh, Nick is getting under your skin. I was like, bruh, Nick Mira wants to be in my skin. Otherwise, he would be making future-based beats and shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, bruh. I guess I'll bring up that kit. I think the Traptendo kit here. Let's go back into the main. Let's grab I don't need a key group right now. I gotta get used to these small pads. I got spoiled. All right, what's the count? I can do that. Whoa. What's up with that? I'm track. Whoa, no. Right. What we got here? No repeat. It's right here. I'm so used to. Let's record that in there. Appreciate that donation, Mac Joseph. Hey. All right, 16 levels. Don't mess with tune. Oh yeah, let's go back out of here. And
I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke.
Hey.
Keep doing you.
God bless you, bruh. Hey, now we got a groove here. Go out, get another track in here. Grab a progression here. It would help. Let's say that now. All right, let's double lift. All right. All right. Bring up the all right. All right, let me go ahead and find a bass that I like. yeah, this this kid is pretty dope. Pretty dope. Juice made Nick Mira relevant. Yeah, yeah. I think it was mutual. I'm not gonna hate and say that Juice World was the reason why Nick Mira is relevant, because I think it's a mutual thing. One thing about music altogether, and I would like to think of it in a virtuous thing, is that when you have the right producer and you have the right artist and they connect together, then the masses really like it. Now, are there little bits of bullshit here and there, promotion, people that promote records, and then different nuances to that particular song that made it pop? Of course, you know, Sting being Sting and him being so big. Thank you for that sub, Cluff. Yeah, like that has a lot of things. I was using Gross Beat in 2010. I hope so on Marcus X. I mean, it's been around since what, 09? I might be wrong about that timeline. Let me see. But you know, for the most part, I think. Oh, I almost forgot that this. I have it on autoplay. Oh, I'm in the wrong pack here. But I think that when you have the right artist and or artist and the right composer, you can have an act of brilliance, even in this modern day time. Because I still have not reached the point to where a Nick Mira is at. You feel me? I have not met my Juice World. I would say, you know what I'm saying? And that's not a diss or a smite to anybody that I've worked with. But until we have that gigantuous vibe where we can channel energies within people and make a great record that people like, regardless of the bullshit and all the politics that people put out, and regardless of all the promo, regardless of genius, regardless of all that shit. Fuck all that. We look at it from the base standpoint of just, it's good music. Then no, I have not done that. And, you know, I would like to do that. Definitely don't need those. So that is a very interesting sound. Oh, I already have that. I like that sound. Let's see what we can get from that in the middle of the record here. Okay. I don't need this no more, thanks to the update. Octave up here. Turn it down. Let's hear it. Oops. Oh, matter of fact, go into TC. Oh, well, whatever. Do it. that part is not agreeing with me, agreeing with me very hard. What is going on, Flight Shao? This is a boomer chat only. 32, you're a boomer. 50, you're a boomer. 33, you're a boomer. Hey, welcome to Boomers into the chat. No, I remember having an argument with CMP one day. We was talking about certain things about like music altogether, and you know, one of the points was this is a young man's sport. You know, that was the realization that CMP was trying to get me to realize, obviously. And the thing that he said that I thought was pretty funny was because I was like, well, you know, Quincy Jones was I think he was almost 50 years old when he started churning the hits with Michael Jackson. Blight Show, what's going on? Appreciate the sub, my brother. Sorry I don't have my echo on this microphone. I would have to reroute my sins and returns. But, and, you know, he was like, man, but how many people can, you know, be 50 years old and get a banger? I was like, well, it just depends on the person, basically. Because you can be however old and whatnot and have, quote unquote, a banger or whatnot, or a life-changing, you know, song, a record or something, or even started a whole entire genre trend or whatever. And you know, and same thing I was talking about James Brown being about 32, 33 years old when he really got popping with this music stuff. You know, then, you know, there's people later down the generation. If you want to say that 2 Chainz really got popping in his mid 30s, early 40s, you could say that. But you know, he had been around Ludacris for quite a while, just under a different name, alias, AKA Titty Boy at that time, or whatever, better known as Titty Boy, or whatever. I don't know, but I just think, you know, when it comes down to it, you can be whatever. Some people's time. My point was people's timing is different, but it's all about the consistency that you're willing to put into anything that you do that is going to make you shine. And I think this beat is trash, so I'm going to go ahead and trash that. But anyways, let's try. Let's get out of doing the young man's music and try to channel the inner boomer. But yeah, it's all about timing. It's all about what you're gonna put in, what you're willing to work and stuff like that. Some people they're willing to do anything to be on. Certain people they're privileged enough to have the connections to be put on, and some people it's just right place and right time. And you know, I'm a firm believer of timing. You know, not everybody's gonna be on at the same time. You can legit be the best at what you're doing within a specific genre, and you could be the best that you can be the best in that genre, and it just might not be what your time. You know what I'm saying? Bill Withers started his career at 35 years old. Ain't that a name? May his soul rest in peace, by the way. Oh, let me fix this. Oof. Big oof. What? I'm on my dookie right now. That's why this should happen. See, I can fix that. That's just low light compensation. Stupid lights to take. Look at that shit. The exposure got better. Oop. Let me pull up this configuration real quick. See. Oh, it's right here. White balance. Let's turn you off. Let's get this room the proper temperature. If you want to work with me light, then please do. Right around in there. There we go. Get that crispy brown. Yeah, but Bill Withers, good name. Somebody that I listened to his music. Of course, you know, the song that everybody knows is this. Ain't no sunshine I guess I would have to plug up my guitar for that. I'll put this on. Why not? Let's see. Do I have a wire? Yep. But yeah, Bill Withers, man, you know, everybody's timing is different when it comes to this music stuff. You can't expect to blow up like overnight. Not everybody's meant to blow up overnight. You know what I'm saying? I need to freaking clean this guitar off. This has a lot of Big Will has a lot of stock in AKAI. Will probably one of those dudes that has like every MPC known to mankind, and so you know, make sure this is not too loud. But yeah, Bill Withers, man, you know, I haven't played guitar in about a week or so. This is one. That's so wrong. It's supposed to be, there it goes. Let's see, fix that. Give it a little bit of an angle here. There we go. Oh, I got a short in it. That's bad. This is why you're supposed to practice every day when you play guitar. Nah, this guitar is really bad at holding a tune. Not to mention, when people say I need to tune a guitar, that's definitely E. That's A. It's not necessarily about tuning, it's about my fingers. My fingers, since I'm not playing like I should, god damn it. Just shorten this damn wire. And I fucked up my best wire for this. Here, you hear the short because it's cutting it now. Actually, righty tighty. Let's get a count in there. See that count. let's see if okay. Damn, I don't know the hotkey for that, but going to here, looper. There's something missing out of my out of the MPC ONE that I just noticed. Interesting. Oops. Let me go back into main here. I believe. See. Doom doom. Boom, 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 8 bars. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Well, A, E, G. This is cowboy chords too, by the way. Done playing cowboy chords. Even though I'm shit job. Let's see. Can I get a guitar pick anywhere? Got a guitar pick somewhere. Let's see if I can actually play it with some decency. Now that I'm reminding myself of how you play Ain't No Sunshine. That is not how you play it. All right, let's go in here. Let's record this to a looper. And let's go. Let's clear that. Okay. Well, let's clear. Board ready. Ooh. Oh, okay. I gotta set the bars in here. 8 bars. All right. Oof, no sir. Can't disrespect the legend like that. That D minor, huh? See here. Step in guitar. Recorded in the sequence. let's get let's see here. Here. I'll load that in here. Why do I keep hearing that sound? That was trash. But anyways, was it playing that shit? I'm probably gonna get it. up out of that shit. Let's see. Don't save. Don't save her. She don't want. I'm saying. Yeah, that was trash. The quality was way off. That was bad. Oh shit! Let me unplug the guitar. Let's not make that fatal mistake. Holy shit! But bibbity. Let's see, browser pages. Let's go through these samples here because somebody sent me some damn samples. Let's see here. Oh, that reminds me. I bet Payne was like, man, this nigga's never going to mess with these samples. Let's see. Rhythm breaks. Low. I'll just save that into the memory. I already did that. Turn that up a little bit. Here's something. Oops. Take back that one chop here. Thank you for the sub there, Smooth. take that back one. A shift, convert, destructive. And now, do I even have any drums? That's the question. That's the question of the day. I don't think I did. Browser. See, this I miss having all these one buttons here. Having a one buttons that used to be, that is heavily missed. Heavily missed in the repertoire here. Let's see, go up a bit, go up one more page. Yeah, baby. Hey. You know when before you make a beat, you start hearing the beat before you make it. I don't know if y'all reached that that level of what do you call this? That level of enlightenment yet. Like y'all haven't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all hum y'all beats and stuff before y'all make them. If y'all at work or something like that. That's what I used to do. I used to be at work, and the hardest slaps would be at work. Oh yeah. Shit. Hairline reveal. Hairline reveal. Hold on. Niggas gonna be really clowning too. You can see his hairline. He's old. He's old. He's just hating. He's hating on Nick Mira cause he's old. He got no hairline. Oh my God. Shit. That's what I get for not fuck. Well, one thing's for sure, I'm not gonna sit here and pay for like hairline surgery or whatever the fuck, whatever they call that shit. Is this shit on? Okay. I can't remember. Fuck, no, the red one. It's the white one. It's the white one. Damn it. I had to do this shit right now. This is what I don't like. But then again, I did this to myself because I unplugged all my shit to do the tutorials and stem cell. Hell no. Oh man, listen. I ain't trying to press nobody. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Oop. Here we go. Get it right, old man. Let's go. Oh shit, that's a flag. need in this world. All I need in this world. All I need in this world. All I need in this world. Just need, all right, that's the base. So I need number 4 to be something else. Go back into the browser. Let's get one of these cool ass bells. Get one of these motherfuckers. Chill out. One of the things I do hate about this is those damn stupid previews. Like, the previews are cool, but I would like them to just be one tone. One tone. Well, where are these samples? I've talked about them before. I'll talk about them more in detail in the video. You'll know. It'll be the one that gets 10K views for such a stupid topic. What the fuck? So all of us, oh, well, damn, duh, select the program. Nick Mira would body this. I'm sure he would. I'm sure he would. God damn, Saucy came in with fucking. He came in swinging with the haymaker, bruh. That caught me out guard. You see my dog? He's over here. He wants my attention bad. Come on, man. Shit. right, that's worth keeping. That is worth keeping to me. That wasn't what I was trying to do with the beat, but whatever, I'll keep it. Fuck it. Oh, I'm on the MPC ONE, so I can actually press. Oh, hold on. Before I do that, let's purge the audio, unused samples, get the fuck out of here. Now let's save it. Boom. Save it on this drive. Song projects. Grab it at Chendo, bitch. Let's see. I'll call that suicide. Those. I actually have a pretty good sample somewhere. Somebody said he needs to swipe a keyboard. What? Oh, watching ass back. Yep. He literally is watching my back. All right. What the fuck was that sound? That sound was weird. Yeah, I really like this MPC. Go to dog pic of Nick. Tell him to look out. How many DJs in here? I mean, working DJs. Shit, shouldn't be any working DJs up in here. Unless you're in Florida, them niggas don't give a fuck. They said, fuck it, we gotta get this damn summer money. So we gonna party, and we gonna catch this corona, and we gonna spread this bitch all out through Florida, but we gonna have a good ass time before we die. That's what they said. Shit. Let's see. Oh, yes. Samples. Let's see. I might do one more and be done. I told myself I wasn't gonna be streaming 4 hours and shit like that. I'd be getting lost in time. And I don't have that folder on here. That's good to know. Let's see here. Samples. Oh, I need to hit homie up. See if you want to record tomorrow. I got so many samples here. Is this the one that has? I think I've already, yeah, I did that. Did that in another. No, CMP must live. Bad Baby is misunderstood. What the fuck? Florida's gonna Florida. You can't kill us. We like roaches in Florida. God damn. Everything's a computer. Well, the MPC is definitely a computer. I might have to get that MPC. Is that the MPC ONE? Yes. It's the only one that they have in stock because they fucking. I got that shit like 3 months before everybody. And without a connection to AKAI, just went and bought that shit. I pre-ordered it, and then they was like, yeah, we got a few in. I was like, what? All right, okay, cool, we'll bet. Well, shit. Then went my merry way of going in and doing my thing. Calm down, puppy. Ain't nobody trying to fuck with you right now, okay? And I'll grab that. I'll just try. See, let's see. Oh, well, let's go back in there and grab a kit. Drop some drums. Let's see. Drum program. My shit. Let's see. See what the fuck. So for hip hop, I go listen to Rhapsody, Real Talk, or whatever her name is. Oh, that's in my headphones. Doesn't have to be connected. Does it have to be connected to a computer? No, you don't. You don't have to have it connected to the computer. It can be totally standalone. I don't have it connected to the computer. And that's the reason why I like it, because I can reserve. My damn. Act right, camera, please. Act right. And really? So that actually comes from come on. Bruh. There we go. I don't know what's up with this shit. It's just acting crazy. What's the count though? Okay. I can't really hear it. Okay. That might be too fast, obviously, because it had that lag. Mm-hmm. Really? That's very odd. Mm-mm-mm. All right, let's mess with the sample. Kind of just like, oh, no, sir. Let's go to another track, new program. Now, let's pull up a sample. Yeah, that's weird though. I'm hearing a little buzzy thingy.
Whatever, dude. Whatever, man. What the fuck ever, man. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Everything you represent. You's a bitch. Let's see if that works. Let's go. Oops. Let's do that one more time. Oh, fuck. Oh. Both women, both feeling the back feeling. Just feeling, First flow from the first start. Alright, let's clean up that sample. Right, now that I put that ghost on there, it should be fine. Let's put a delay on that son bitch. I mean, not delay, fucking reverb, spring reverb. Might have to move that one part up. There's the ghost notes. Make that as small as humanly possible. There we go. It's not as bad now. Well, it wasn't. Hold up. Who win a Grammy? Who y'all talking about? Who y'all talking about as far as winning a Grammy? I'm reading what y'all writing. I don't think even in S&D, whoa, that reading there. The lady from Diggable Planets is dope. Yeah, she's dope. It's a dope ass group. Rhapsody. Y'all talking about? Glad you answered. I just blocked all the people I saw with DJ in front of their name and who didn't answer every. What the fuck? Yeah, I know my damn camera be fucked up sometimes. I don't know what's up with camera 7. Sometimes, I don't know. I think it might have to do with the way the light is exposed. I don't know. I've tried to do everything about that top-down camera. Like I even bought like a GoPro because I wanted to do that. And when I saw the quality wasn't that much better than a Logitech, I was like, well, duh, because of the small sensor. And the best way to get like the best camera, you would have to get, like I would have to get another Canon M50, and that means that I would have to get a heavier stand for it. So I don't know, I just like whatever. So if the quality isn't that great, then it just won't be that great. Calm down, puppy, you've been out already. I used to go pro for streaming. I had the same issue, is autofocus. I didn't even get as far as exploring that. All I know is I should have took back that was it, a GoPro 7. I'm gonna take it back soon, probably tomorrow. Probably that'd be the best thing. I just wake up early in the morning. Well, shit, that's why I don't even open it till like what 10 or something like that. Most said that I work faster on MPC ONE. It wasn't always like that. Just wasn't. I took time and dedication to get used to it. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm used to it now because I actually like working on it. It's like if somebody was good at making decent NFL or whatever your DAW is by any means, you know, because the faster you work on it, the more you get out of it. But you know, I still personally I like. I thought I wouldn't really care about the pads, and I really don't care about the pads on the Live itself, the Live II. But I do kind of. I don't like the way it's shaped. I like the way it's shaped, of course. But I do like the speaker. You know what I'm saying? I like the speaker on it, and then the extra midis that you get. You know, and really the extra midis, you can get the extra midi. You can get the extra MIDI by getting some MIDI throughs. I saw Accurate with it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. But I saw somebody was talking about DJs working and whatnot, and you know, one of my homies and whatnot. Not mind you that he's a DJ himself. He owns a hookah lounge. And a lot of the DJs have been calling him asking for advice, and my advice to any DJ is, bro, you better be streaming your ass off. Get your 40 ounce of OE. Thank you for the donation, Quantize.
I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke!
Get you a 40 ounces of all English.
Let's see here. Mic check. Yeah, I hear it. So, thank you for the donation. But but a lot of the DJs around here just been talking about, you know, they can't find any work and all that stuff, and I'm just like, bro, like, how the hell can you not find work as a DJ, and you're a prolific DJ? Like, you're a DJ that has credentials. Like, you should have your own network. And it just kind of it made me puzzled, and also allowed me to understand that, like, a lot of DJs out here, they straight be capping. Like, they cap on their social media to get their following to where it is. Like, they might buy all their followers and shit like that, because there's no way in hell. Just because you're not touring doesn't mean that you should be at a radio station. I mean, radio stations haven't been really that relevant. I remember being on Twitter and I was talking about, I'm like, man, bitch, you got placements, but I never heard your shit on the radio. And then, of course, the young head was like, oh, well, you're old, man. Who listens to the radio? None of us listen to the radio. Ha, 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 ha. And I'm like, okay. Like, like, I'm pretty sure when your dad's driving you home from school, your mom, most of these dudes, are driving you home from school that you listen to the radio. And I'm pretty sure you want to do that. But, yeah, it's like, what are y'all doing, like, with yourselves or whatever? You know, I seen a couple of female DJs, of course, you know, they probably just did OnlyFans and share pictures of their pussy, you know, because a lot of these dudes are just really stupid. Yeah, they'll pay for anything. They'll pay for anything, even though it's free. And like, you know, I can see they have some type of a grind or whatever the case is, or they still got they 4 or 5 sugar daddies that they met at the club or whatever that have feminine energy themselves, and they want to spend money on them and wine and dine them or whatever, and even that, I feel like, how is that even possible in a time like this where you really can't travel, you can't go to restaurants? There's not many restaurants that are open, at least not out here. There are a few of them have opened up not too long ago, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, just like if you're a DJ or whatnot, the best thing that you can do is just be on YouTube. Shit, my lick was gonna be Twitch, but Twitch is tripping on DMCA shit now. So I was gonna play like a whole bunch of music, no matter what, just be uncut or whatever. And if I just got like a copyright claims don't really matter on there, because I don't really care about like Twitch like that, but I care enough to keep it healthy and viable. So the next wave or whatever, like that I thought about was what? Okay, but like the next thing I think, you know, if you're a DJ or whatever, you should if you're not streaming, damn. Well, if you're not streaming, you're pretty much dead. But YouTube. But it's really hard if you're a DJ and you rely on other people's music to really entertain and whatnot. It'd be a little different for me, because I mean, what I've been doing is just been making beats, enough beats to where I have beats to play, and then I just been asking other people that don't, you know, publish their shit on vicious sites like CD Baby or whatever, and I'm willing to take a hit on that versus somebody that actually has like music that's owned by a label and just play my shit on YouTube or play it on Facebook or whatever. But you know, playing original instrumentals and shit like that, and I got, you know, just different things that I could do. And I finally finished my actual crate full of songs for the Lords of Phonk the other day. I was thinking about doing that today, but not gonna do it. I mean, obviously. The other things came up, and I probably won't waste my time with that anymore. I've already did my videos for tomorrow, like my regular little videos that people tune into my channel for. I've done those. So I don't know, maybe tomorrow I think I might hop on the turntables and do some shit with music. But yeah, a lot of the cats, except for some people in certain areas or whatever, they're DJing or whatnot. I saw a friend of mine, she's a DJ in Minnesota, matter of fact. Crazy thing about it. And she's back to working at her I guess, what you call it, residence or whatever you call it. And I was just like, okay. DJ Paul DJing on IG. Damn, really? I don't know how the hell I missed those. That's fucked up. But yeah, I'm looking at Michael 12X. Tell black rappers to stop letting Karen kids produce beats for them. People saying music is trash. That's actually a good point that I actually missed when I was doing my introduction to the stream today. I think that a lot of people that have this thing about trying to shit on people, and you know, not to say that he hasn't gone there before, though I've heard, and when I've had basic discussions, not even trying to shit on him, I've had people with burner accounts say the N-word in my stream, in my chat and stuff like that, which I'm like, well, that says a lot about your following when you hear like racist comments coming from them, especially seeing that if you worship somebody that only works with black rappers, and it's like, damn, if you're working with black rappers, you got a fan base that's morbidly racist. Either you're just hiding with your burner accounts and saying that, which is still bad, which is horrendous, or you know, your fan base just don't give a fuck. They just want to worship you because that you're the white kid that is doing modern music with all the hipster rappers of today, and that's still bothersome. But a lot of these kids don't give a fuck, especially, it's up to them, you know what I'm saying? You got to make that conscious decision. You know, it's all about when you work with somebody that they have a firm understanding and actually respect you But with this today and age, in this day and age, a lot of people they'll say that they respect the hell out of you, and then they'll turn around and just shit on you and behind your back or whatever. So it is what it is. Nonetheless, though, I think it's just funny. I always find it ironic when people speak, and I allow them to get into those type of temperaments and situations. If you're gonna virtue signal, you should. Hell, if I was Nick Mira, I would have virtue signaled like hell. Even though I would probably call him out on social media, just like I called out KBZ about the whole if you're racist, unfollow me. I'm like, bruh, you're racist. Like, you're racist. I remember a tweet not too long ago. I remember when KBZ was trying to channel all the energies when he was building up his fake base and was getting all the clout and all that shit. He called out every white producer on YouTube. Like, he was like, oh, well, Bass Gutter has a white hand. I like Bass Gutter. All the white kids, and didn't say one black creator was his favorite. Push come to shove, moving forward, we obviously know how he got put on was by Tarantino 808 Mafia. But when I look at certain things like that, I don't find like KBZ is the issue, or whoever, Nick Mira, or whoever the case may be that's working with it. The issue I find is the motherfuckers that work with people like that, and they hide behind closet racism and shit like that, and their base is kind of like that too as well, and you give them that position. Mind you, I remember years ago, I did a Tarantino of 808 Mafia themed preset bank for Elektra, and by no means did I say that Tarantino made this and that these were Tarantino's presets or anything like that. Tarantino took initiative on Facebook to say, oh man, he's like, say, man, I ain't make this shit, and then he bounced, and it was a whole bunch of likes and stuff like that. And also one of the fuck boys that had tagged him in it was some fuck nigga from I said nigga, I said from fuck nigga from OVO, like one of those producers from OVO and shit. And I'm like, bro, so basically you over here tagging other people in there trying to start some shit. And then when the person comes here, you hit them up with the like button and all this shit. And I went to Tarantino of 808 Mafia, and I was like, hey man, I was saying this was inspired by you. I said, you can read the text, right? I was like, but no means by that, but by all means we can work together. Nope, didn't happen. Didn't really matter. It didn't really matter to me, because truth be told, when I was making Elektra X packs from the very beginning, before people started quote unquote sound designing all of a sudden Elektra packs out of nowhere, I was making a grip of cash, and it could have been very lucrative, very, very lucrative for him, mind you. But you know, it is what it is. So-called black people are quick to talk about the police being the issue and that they getting beat up and all this shit, and the police is the issue, when the real issue is you motherfuckers. How could we ever have something that works if we're not willing to work with each other? You feel me? Because you made March Madness, you was too big to work with me. So what was the difference between me and KBZ? I kind of find it that he feels that he don't like fucking with niggas. I mean, it's quite obvious when you look at the past couple of people that got on in 808 Mafia. They don't fuck with us. Fuck with somebody that looks just like them. That's weird. You know what I'm saying? It feels kind of weird. But it's suspected. But you know, it is what it is. I just find it hilarious. I find it really hilarious. A lot of people, they can't deal with their own people because they don't see themselves like that. You know, and there's nothing wrong with not seeing yourself as so-called black, because there's really no culture behind it. But the reality of it is, you still gotta establish culture, and to have a community or whatever, and to care and to virtue signal all this Black Lives Matter shit, and then you really don't give a fuck about other black lives. You're just as bad as the people that are saying all lives matter and don't give a fuck about that particular movement. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I learned, and it didn't stop me from establishing a name, and that's just the moral of the story. People, you don't necessarily have to get these placements and shit like that to really make a decent living off it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna sit here and brag about money and stuff like that, because I could, I really could, but I really could, and argue that I could really argue that the people that have these placements, quote unquote, I'm actually living better than they are. I could make that argument. And if they wanted to talk shit, hey, let's back it up, because let's find out. But that's too much of a risk for people that have, quote unquote, a following, because if you get exposed by somebody that is, quote unquote, a nobody, that ain't gonna look good. Lucifer's on the way to save the world from evil. Oh Lord. I used the MPC and FL Studio. What's wrong with that, Tyler? I don't know. I've tried using the MPC with FL Studio, just using it as a, like, you know, just using the MIDI out and then sending the MIDI into my DAW. It works and then it doesn't work in certain cases. You might as, if you want to use like have an MPC like workflow, but you want to keep using FL Studio, you might as well just get an MPD 232 or whatever it is, a MPD 226. I had one of those back in the day. Yeah, and that is pretty good. You know, you got to set it up a certain way. I have a video for that, but it's pretty bad in terms of visual quality. Come in. Don't you dare. Come in. Come to daddy. Come to daddy. I'm almost there. Just talking to the peoples, man. Yeah, but if you want the whole, like, the MPC software is not bad. Like, I've been checking it out slowly but surely before I do a video on it, because I want to kind of touch up on it. I want to do a video on it, but you know, I just been kind of holding on to that shit. Definitely made. Yeah, it said it's definitely made for Ableton. Yeah, it works with Ableton without no problem, like with the template or whatever. But you can set it up for FL Studio without a problem, though. You can set up everything. I had it set up better than how the AKAI Fire is, basically. Malik Rivera, thank you for the sub. Do MPC have a USB drive? Yes, it has a USB drive, and you also can put all your sounds on the USB drive or a external hard drive or a SD card. I have all my sounds on the SD card, 128 gigabyte SD card. Have all my files on there, and all I do is, if I want to play with the MPC ONE, I just put it in there, and if I want to save all my stuff all on there. That's all. And if I want to put in the Live or the One, I got all my extra expansions and all that stuff on there, and I just interchange my SD card between the two, and it works out pretty fine. But I think the MPC software is actually really good. The only thing I don't like about the MPC software is you can't do things with it. For some godforsaken reason, they have the MPC 2500 compatibility, MPC 1000 compatibility, 5000 compatibility, but it does not have the one that everybody cares about, and that is the MPC 2000 XL. There's no compatibility with that, so you can't build a drum kit and pass it on to a different drive or something like that and put it in the MPC 2000. Because if you have the MPC, the reason why I see a lot of people getting the MPC 2000 XLs is because of that one guy in New York City. He built a SD card slot for the MPC 2000 XL, along with some type of update to where you can pull up WAV files inside of there, and you can put it inside of your MPC and all that stuff. But the MPC software is not compatible with the MPC 2000 XL. It's definitely not with the 3000 or the 60. I'm like, what the fuck, AKAI? What do you? Well, Well, not even the 2000 XL is the new AKAI professionals making. So I don't know why they don't have that. I can understand the 3000 and the 60. That's Roger Lynn's, you know, his doing. Why did MPC stop making the Black Studio? I don't know. I think to be honest, the worst, even though if you're a Kai head and you're into collecting Akai products, if you're into collecting Akai products, I was just looking at you. I mean, if you're into collecting Akai products, then yeah, you probably want to get it. But I don't think the MPC Touch or the Studio is worth buying just for the sake of just creating sounds. I don't think it is. Christopher Miller, what's going on? So the 2000 is the best right now. I'm new to MPC. The 2000 XL is not it's the one that everybody likes the most out of all the MPCs, because you can do the most to it with the enhancements. But to be honest, if you get an MPC ONE or MPC Live II, those to me are the best MPCs to buy. Especially if you're new to the MPC series and you want to get a standalone product that can work with the computer. But I think the MPC software is actually pretty decent, at least 2.8 from what I tested. I mean, not all the VST plugins work in there. That's expected, because not all the VST plugins work with with every DAW. Like, for some reason, I can't pull up Sample X. I've just reminded myself to use Sample X and do a video on that or something. The 1000, damn, I can't talk. The 1000 is definitely lit, and the 5000 was used by the XX. I don't know who the XX is, and that's just, you know, I'm a very I don't know. But anyways, I think the 1000 is okay. I think the 1000 has if you want something that would read certain files, like WAV files, without having any extra stuff, is pretty good. Of course, you have to get a compact flash card, but all the modifications and all the stuff, the crazy cool stuff that you can do with the MPCs, all the cool shit really can be done with the 2000 XL, and that's what everybody likes. That's why you see MPC head with one, and you're gonna see Accurate Beats with one. He got it. And then you say you rocking yours with the JJOS. Yeah, like that's the other thing. Like, damn, I like the 2000 XL because the software in itself was really good. The OS was really good. I don't have that much experience with the 1000. I almost had one personally 2 times. That boy fresh. Thank you for subbing. Skylar Chin, awesome live stream. Quick question: every time I sample on the Live II and record a sequence, all of my samples interrupt each other, so they never play over each other. Can you help with that? My only thing, I guess, that you probably have to check and see what you did inside of your program edit. By default, it shouldn't do that. By default, it should play. And then once you press another pad, it should automatically play again. Like, it should basically, I forgot what you call it, one-shot it. And then it will cut off. It's built to where every pad is cuts off each other when you chop a sample. I don't know why specifically that's happening with your MPC Live II. I don't know if you have updated your software to 2.8. Even with 2.7, I never had that issue, so I don't know. I would try updating it. If that doesn't work out for you, I would try doing a factory reset and hope for the best. There's rare cases of some people saying that 2.7, 2.8 didn't work for them or something like that. then I also don't know how you updated it. You could have. I updated my MPC Live by the computer. My MPC Live II by computer, and then I updated which I'm gonna just do the video tomorrow, or actually edit that video tomorrow. My MPC ONE, I updated it using the image file to see if it was gonna work in mono. Yeah, but I would definitely press program edit and see if it's in mono, poly, or whatever. You catch COVID every other day. God damn. Get it. A rolling SP404A. Get that sumbitch used. I have an MPC Studio Black version 2 on order. It will be here tomorrow. Shouldn't be bad. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's because of collectors, or maybe perhaps you just don't want to spend the extra. I don't know how much it costs, but I can only imagine that it's way cheaper than paying $700 for the MPC ONE. Out. You said the live. Of course, on the live you would have to hold. You would have to hold menu or press menu and then select program edit. On the one, you would just press program edit. So let me go in the main here. And now I'm in. Did I press the right button? Let's see. Yeah, I press program edit. You go to your master. Go to your master, and then see if it's in mono or if it's in poly. Mine is in mono. Like every time I do it, I don't have to mess with my chops any other way. I don't have to. Come on, bitch. Oh my god. There we go. Oops. Focus on my hand. Focus on my hand. Come on. Fuck this camera. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Fuck you, man. Avcree, what's up? Nick versus MPC. Like, that's like saying playing keys is trash. Why not? Why be music foolish? I don't know. I miss FL's Fruity Loop 6. 20 is hella better. FL Studio 20 is hella better. I don't know why we would even argue that. It's definitely better than 11. I need to drop that video. I need to do that video. Just wake up with anger in my heart and just do the FL Studio 11 versus 20. I already finished my beat in FL Studio 11. That was just like fucking a nightmare. I'm like, bruh, there's like so many reasons why I would not use like the MPC, like damn MPC. The FL Studio 11 is meant for a mouse. Like you can't do anything with a trackpad or anything like that. It doesn't have any gestures or anything like that. It's not vectoral, which was introduced in FL Studio 12. It's a whole bunch of things that I can talk about that is just really bad in FL Studio 11. And it's like, dude, I remember they didn't like 12, and I think at a certain time 20 didn't have the pre-computed effects, but that's back. And you're gonna tell me that you need the little pattern blocks to lay out your beat? That is stupid. Like, get the fuck out of here. Grow up and use the regular playlist now. It's way better. You can edit it way better. But fuck it, it is what it is. Most people don't even lay out their own beats these days. They just fucking pass it to an engineer or somebody else. Or whatever. Does the MPC work in FL Studio? Yes, it does. You have to use the MPC software VST plugin, and yeah, it will work in there. But it's just not going to be a very it's not going to be a very great, very good experience. Not like if you had the MPD 226 something. I don't know. Shit. But yeah, it's just not going to be fun. It's not. Effort is not on the front lines. He also said get skills. Ouch. I can use the MPC with GarageBand. Hey, that's good for you. I know certain DAWs do not work very well with the MPC. Like Ableton Live, I can use the MPC in it, but I mean, I can use the MPC software in Ableton Live as a VST, but as soon as you move the cursor over to another part of Ableton, it freezes. At least for me, that's my experience. In FL Studio, when I open it up in FL and I open up the MPC software, the MPC software actually, even if I go to a different channel, doesn't freeze up or anything like that, and I can still use the pads, but I can't use the chords and stuff like that. But that's why I just use my MPC as a MIDI controller altogether and avoid that, and just use the MIDI track in the MPC and just use everything if I wanted to use the MPC. So it is what it is. And then of course, you know, FL and AKAI got a really good relationship with each other, so it will make sense if it works inside of that DAW. So, you know, that's just my experience. Not really worth putting it in a video, I guess, but you know, that's my experience right here. I'm just mad old school. I literally don't have MIDI controllers. God damn. That's weird. Not one single MIDI controller? That's weird. But, well, yeah, I mean, you would use if you had like a hardware keyboard or something like that, like a Triton or something like that, it has MIDI on it. So it technically counts as a MIDI keyboard anyways. You just had those general MIDI sounds, so, you know. Is it time to dunk on the fire yet? I just hope that you know, FL and AKAI get it right the second time around, because the first time wasn't it. That's all I care about. I think all the FL Studio people that really care about their DAW deserve a MIDI controller that works on the exact same level of the Ableton Push too. That's what I got to say. But then when I say that, all the FL Studio heads, they got to realize that their MIDI controller that's going to have that Ableton Live, Ableton Push experience is going to cost more than $200. It's going to cost maybe $500 to $600, maybe even $800 if they want the screen, the OLED screen or something like that. It's just, it is what it is. Then from there, if it fits like that, workflow is fine. I ain't got to sit there and touch anything in FL Studio, and I can lay out beats and stuff like that. Bro, I'll be totally clean in FL. I would really care about FL Studio wholeheartedly, like I did. I guess what was it, about 3 years ago, when the last time I used FL Studio faithfully on the channel nonstop. I would care for it a lot more. But until then, you know, FL's getting there, but it's just not there for me to want to tackle and make beats in. Just not really. The iPad kind of makes me want to make beats in FL Studio because I'm not really trying hard. So yeah. And I think that's kind of the reality of what the AKAI Force was at first. It was meant for, because not only were you getting a controller, and if you do it by price point, the controller was only $100 basically. That's what they was charging for it, and they gave you a license FL Studio, even though a license to FL Studio if you didn't have it. But the only catch 22 about it is that you had to have the MIDI controller plugged in all the time to use that the AKAI Fire FL Studio Fire Edition or whatever. And that was the only catch 22. With your man's over there that was doing all those shitty beat videos for and doing all these shitty ass tutorials on it, and said he wasn't getting paid for this stuff from AKAI. Like, bro, so you basically did a whole entire rollout for AKAI and you didn't get paid. All you got is a MIDI controller and a video. You're an idiot if that's the case. I do not believe that, but he just didn't want to get attacked by everybody because he got paid, and then he didn't say anything bad about the product that he was involved with 100% and did a bad job of. In the Mix or whatever the fuck his name. Well, Michael of In the Mix. Michael from In the Mix. But yeah. But yeah, they straight fucking, that shit was garbage. But yeah, he straight lied to everybody in everybody's face. And then that's why I did my review. And then he started getting upset every single time I had something negative to say. Whatever. Either way, I guess he won because he has way more subscribers and he gets way more views. So, you know, if it's worth me just selling out and telling people, if it comes down to me doing videos on products and being overwhelmingly positive about something and when it's really bad, if that's what it takes to be relevant to what's going on YouTube and to be massively YouTube popular and to have a lot of money and all that stuff, dog, I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it. I have morals. I care. Again, that's the reason why I think, you know, certain people are sitting at a certain standpoint of subscribers versus other people. Is like they really truly care, and their channels don't grow fast because people think that they're haters because they actually care. So yeah, that's the problem. I think that's a big problem on YouTube. But anyways, I'm not gonna hold you guys up, man. I've been streaming for about 2 hours and 42 minutes, and I didn't think I was gonna do it this long anyways. That was gonna be a real simple stream or whatever. It's 10:29. I've already ate. I'm gonna walk my dog. God bless y'all. I appreciate everybody that came out, checked out, talk, ask questions and stuff like that. And just gonna be it. Blaze B, what the fuck? What's going on though? What is good? But yeah, I appreciate everybody for kicking it or whatnot. I look forward to seeing the dislikes get piled up because people are gonna be like, oh, he said this. I don't give a fuck. Fuck him. Fuck that black bastard. But yeah. So anyways, God bless y'all. Appreciate everybody. Abstract, God bless you, my brother. Peace. We's out of here.